Now at 6, 2 universities team up to streamline the path to a law degree for students in Joplin.
And showers, thunderstorms pushing into the area. Again, not expecting severe weather, but heavy rainfall a concern. A look at your forecast coming up.
MSSU and UMKC are setting up a pathway to success for aspiring lawyers. I'm Kenny Foreman, and I'll have more on that coming up.
State's most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Samantha Walker.
I am Chris Warner. It is Friday, October the 24th. I keep wanting to say September. That's why I'm looking. I know it's the 24th.
It's because fall hit so quick.
It did. And I mean, it was September for so long that I just feel like it's still September. But it's not. It is October the 24th.
Nobody woke you up when September ended.
That's only Green Day. That's only Green Day. And by the way, did anybody wake them up when September? Nobody knows. It's got to be somebody's job. Well, if you did sleep through September, the only thing you missed is September making it to about September 50th before we finally got into fall-like weather. And boy, it has been definitely some fall-like weather across the area.
It hit us quick and hard.
It did indeed. And we got some rain out there now this morning. We've got a few showers and thunderstorms. But first, we're going to start with a live look from downtown Pittsburgh. And there it is. Right now, again, Pittsburgh, Joplin, you're dry. I mean, the roads are wet because it rained. It rained overnight. It was actually raining, like it was wrapping up some rain my drive in this morning, but more rain is on the way. Our camera 7th in range line, wet roadways out there, as you can see, as folks get this day underway. MoDOT camera 20th in range line. Looking back to the north, also a bit on the damp side, but at least no rain falling right now. And I would show you some KDOT cameras, but they've actually been down for the past several weeks. But when they come back up, believe me, we will give you that full tour. And I know, especially when we get into winter and it's time for the snow, it does come in handy, though. We can show you road conditions across a very broad area. All right, 108 lightning strikes, but it's also counting everything it can see. So when that counter is up there, everything you see on your screen, it is seeing. It also can see lightning that's behind the banner, but we still have showers, we have thunderstorms. We're watching this little complex down here. It's outside of our area. It's back into Osage County, but it has intensified a bit. It's not severe, and it's not like strong, but it's trying to reorganize, and it's been might be trying to produce maybe some small hail. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're not expecting anything significant, but this thunderstorm activity is back behind the main complex. We still have thunderstorms with this heavier rain into southeastern Kansas, but it stretches all the way back. And so what we're doing is we're just kind of keeping an eye on this development. Again, not expecting any severe weather, but you also know that Mother Nature, she does her own thing from time to time. So we'll keep an eye on that for you if anything does get a little rambunctious. Otherwise, the greatest concern we have over the next couple of days is with the heavy rain potential and the possibility of localized flooding. As we get through today, like we're experiencing right now in the eastern portion of our area, there will be pauses here and there in the rain and thunderstorms. It doesn't mean it's over, but there might be some pauses in place. But scattered showers, thunderstorms continuing through the day into tonight, into tomorrow night, and eventually coming at least to a brief end by late Sunday. Flood watches, Nowata, Washington counties through tomorrow morning, and our temperatures, many of us are going to reach our highs pretty early. I don't think we're reaching them just yet. We've got low, mid, upper 50s. I think down a little further south, let's say the 60 corridor and south, you may make 61 to 62. The rest of us, I think, are to cap out in the upper 50s, and temperatures just kind of float out there in the 50s. We'll go 55 as kids head out the door for school. Again, showers, thunderstorms, some heavy rain, breezy out there. 56 by lunch and recess, 55 again as they head home. So that's what I'm saying. We'll warm up a bit by about 11, noon, and then temperatures just kind of mellow in the mid 50s the rest of the day. Southeast winds gusting to 25. We'll talk more about these showers and storms, how long they last, and how the rest of next week's looking here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. Pre-law students at Missouri Southern State University can get a jump start on law school thanks to a collaborative program between the university and UMKC. KOAM's Kenny Foreman explains how it works.
How can multiple universities best attract students? Not through competition, but collaboration.
It's especially important in Missouri for our public institutions to work together. Because 99 times out of 100, we're not competing with each other. We're here to make sure that folks looking for higher education here in the state of Missouri have incredible opportunities.
That's what MSSU and UMKC Law School are creating with their pre-law pathway program. MSSU pre-law undergraduates who complete 90 credit hours can apply for a 3+3 program and complete their undergraduate requirements plus 1 year of law school credits at MSSU before finishing up their law degree at UMKC.
I'm looking for someone who's bright, I'm looking for someone who works hard, and I'm looking for someone who has grit. Those are the things I'm always looking for, and that can be shown in so many different ways.
Both MSSU and UMKC prioritize the needs of the students when designing the program. They envision the idea of saving time and tuition costs as enticing to potential candidates.
That's 1 year less tuition, 1 year less room and board, really ensuring that folks have a more accessible launch into a legal career here in Missouri and Southern Missouri.
By working together, both schools feel confident they can get the most out of their students.
My hope would be that this partnership provides unique and amazing opportunities for our students to help them succeed, help them see a pathway to their future, and we're really grateful for this partnership between Missouri Southern and UMKC.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
According to an MSSU press release, candidates are expected to have at least a 3.3 GPA and an LSAT score at or above the 50th percentile of the most recent UMKC law class. That said, students who do not meet that criteria may still be considered. Well, the Pittsburgh Family YMCA hosts a Halloween bake sale, raising funds for SDK CAP transportation services. The transportation program helps community members get to work, medical appointments, and run essential errands. Organizers say every dollar raised helps keep people connected to jobs and healthcare in Southeast Kansas. So sorry. In New York, federal, state, and local officials announced dozens of arrests in connection with 2 criminal cases targeting online sports betting and poker games involving the mafia. Christian Benavides reports.
Your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out.
Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat player Terry Rozier were among dozens arrested Thursday for allegedly taking part in illegal gambling operations.
The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
Billups, an NBA Hall of Famer, was charged with taking part in a conspiracy to fix high-stakes card games in Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan, and the Hamptons. Games allegedly backed by organized crime families.
These defendants, which include former professional athletes, used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed.
Prosecutors say this was one of the rigged shuffling machines used to count cards, and this an X-ray poker table that could read cards when they were face down. The second indictment involves individual wagers called prop bets.
This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
Rozier was charged with sharing insider information. In 2023, he allegedly faked an injury to leave a game early when he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets.
Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit.
An attorney for Rozier said he is not a gambler and called Thursday's actions a photo op. Billups appeared in a Portland courtroom and was released. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
In a statement, the NBA said it placed Rozier and Billups on immediate leave from their teams. Authorities say former NBA assistant coach and player Damon Jones is one of 3 defendants charged in both cases. CBS reached out to Jones but has not heard back. Well, that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News.
All started to improve their health. A group of friends got together and started walking, but while walking, they noticed a problem. A problem being trash. I'm Ty Parks. I'll have a story of a group of volunteers who are cleaning up Joplin, one step at a time.
Plus, new research links teen sleep loss to suicide risk. The University of Warwick studies alarming findings. And tracking rain and showers across the 4 states heading into the weekend. Chris has a look at your forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. When people come together to address local challenges, their actions can ripple outwards, inspiring others. Today, as part of our Doing Good series, we're introducing a group of friends in Joplin who saw a problem and decided to grab some bags. KOAM's Ty Parks reports.
Every community is shaped by efforts of its members. For one group, who called themselves the Sunday Morning Steps, it started with a trip to Midtown where they met to walk. And after some time, they started spotting a problem.
Several years ago, my friends and I were out just walking just for health reasons, and we found that there was a lot of trash sitting around, that some of it had been there for 10 years or more.
They found trash that had been in Joplin since 2008, and their efforts expanded.
We picked up a lot of trash, especially through downtown areas around the railroad tracks, around shelters. Pretty much everywhere we found that in the corners there was just trash all over the place.
They like to walk where tourists visit, taking steps to help make their home a beautiful place. And volunteering has some benefits, like fellowship.
This is a good way to congregate for people who don't necessarily want to go do religion. So I can get the community aspect. There's usually, someone trying to feed someone. You get the same kind of aspect. A lot of times they'll help out the homeless along with picking up trash. It's a good community of people. And even if they wanted to start it, like, let's say they live in Neosho, you'll find that there's trash everywhere, and really you got to, it's up to the communities to clean up those areas more than it is for the government around.
Walking to clean up Joplin, one step at a time. In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Sunday Morning Steps is open to anyone who would like to join. They meet Sunday mornings at 1208 South Main in Joplin at 8:30 a.m. Well, coming up, health officials warn of lead dangers in southeast Kansas.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Just a moment while we get this all set up and prepped for you. Here we go. There we are. All right, we'll quickly look outside downtown Pittsburgh. Again, roadways are wet out there, but we aren't getting any rain yet, and we haven't seen any rain since early this morning in Joplin either. On my way in, about 2:30, 2:45, there were some light showers, but they were on their way out. MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline. Again, wet roadways, but at least for the time being, it is dry. Now, we do have these showers and thunderstorms, and I'm going to step over here and take a look at what we've got. So we get some heavy rain across a good portion now of southeastern Kansas, starting to get some light showers pushing into the southwest Missouri side of things. So we'll start up here around Nevada, Butler, Mound City, Fort Scott, just some moderate showers here and there. Now pushing into Girard. We've got rain showing up on radar, but not quite there yet into the Pittsburgh area, at least not actually reaching the ground just yet. And then as we head down, we'll go into Oklahoma, around Lenapaw, Newata, Bartlesville. Showers, thunderstorms. We have some thunderstorms back into Osage County around Pawhuska. Nothing strong, nothing severe. These little cells tried to get organized. They haven't really done anything, nor are they expected to. Then up into southeast Kansas, Montgomery County, some heavy rain out there as well. Independence, Coffeyville, Parsons, Erie, Fredonia, Sedan. Howard, you've got some heavier showers moving out. Thunderstorms back off to your west. Same in Eureka. You're kind of in a dry spot right now. Yates Center, Iola, Chanute, again, with these heavier rain showers and some rumbles of thunder. And so that's the other side of everything is, while severe weather really isn't expected, the lightning is still a problem. Lightning is still dangerous and potentially deadly, regardless of the intensity of the storm. We've also, of course, got new development that's getting together. We've got this activity here. Now, that's lifting northeast, but the whole bulk of this, and look at how this fills in back behind the line. So we get it. It kind of turns into this messy batch of rain, and then new storms develop back behind it. And that's what's going to continue to feed shower and thunderstorm chances as we head throughout today. So again, they'll be scattered, and like we're experiencing right now for some of the area, there will be little dry slots here and there, but it will be brief before more showers and storms begin to kick in across the area. Now for Friday night football, again, not concerned about severe weather. We could have some lightning that could lead to maybe a lightning delay here or there. Not expecting too much in terms of thunderstorm activity. The other concern again is I do know that there are some fields in our area that given the amount of rain we're going to get through the day, they may not be playable by tonight. So again, just make sure you're paying attention to your school's athletic department if anything gets postponed out there, either from potential thunderstorm activity or from the heavy rain kind of washing out some of the fields. We'll have showers. Few rumbles of thunder continuing overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we have the Heart Walk, Missouri Southern Homecoming Parade, other fall events taking place. Again, severe weather not an issue. The issue is just the rain and the potential for some thunderstorms. So the big thing is if you're heading out, thunder roars, head indoors. Just make sure you got a place to go just in case. Otherwise, heavy rain is the main concern with any of this activity. It continues again, scattered in nature, become a bit more isolated overnight Saturday into Sunday. Still some storms along and east of 69. We get a few additional redeveloping rain showers back into southeastern Kansas through Sunday morning. This low pressure continues to rotate out of here. And then eventually by Sunday evening, the rain will start to come to an end across the area. A reminder, flood watches Nowata and Washington counties in northeastern Oklahoma through tomorrow morning. Rainfall totals anywhere 1 to 3, even upwards of 4 inches. Locally higher amounts are still possible, of course, with some of the storms that may produce some heavy downpours. All right, through the morning, again, we're going to be just kind of hovering, I think, by between 11 and 1, I think is where we're going to hit our highs for most of us. And most of us will be in the upper 50s. Down south, 61, 62 possible, but not much warmer than that. Temperatures otherwise just hovering in the mid 50s. Southeast winds gusting 20 to 25 from today, tonight, into tomorrow. Upper 50s, low 60s again Saturday. A few showers Sunday, mid 60s. A few showers Wednesday. And at this point still, Halloween still looking pretty darn good. Very seasonable out there. Let's check your forecast. We're going to send it over to Samantha with Health Watch.
Thanks, Chris. Community members gathered at the Crawford County Health Department to help raise awareness for National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week. The event offered free test kits for water, paint, and soil. The department hopes to lower childhood blood lead levels in southeast Kansas, which are nearly double the state average. Organizers hope to make this an annual event, spreading awareness and keeping local families safe year-round. Teenagers whose parents have opioid prescriptions are much more likely to use opioids themselves. A study in Norway found among parents who had 2 or more opioid prescriptions, their children were more than twice as likely to take opioids regularly between the ages of 13 and 29. The study's authors say doctors should consider family-based strategies when managing pain.Teenagers who don't get enough sleep are at greater risk for suicide. Researchers from the University of Warwick study found adolescents who reported suicide attempts at the age of 17 were more likely to have missed out on sleep on school nights at the age of 14. The researchers say it's likely that insufficient sleep can harm cognitive functioning and decision making, but they say more research is needed.College students are already gearing up for end-of-semester exams, which can add stress and anxiety. And new data shows that many students are already struggling with depression. Bradley Blackburn has more on the numbers and what parents can do to help.
College campuses can be centers of learning and lifelong memories, but for too many students, university life is also a struggle over mental health. A recent study of more than 80,000 students nationwide found 32% report troubling symptoms of anxiety, and 37% report moderate to severe depression symptoms. The good news is those numbers have actually gone down compared to recent years, but psychologist Dr. Lisa Demore says many students still need help.
The numbers are still higher than we would ever want them to be.
Anxiety spiked during the pandemic, but some anxiety is also a natural and unavoidable part of college.
Normalizing anxiety helps. If a kid is becoming so anxious that they're avoiding things, that's a time to be concerned.
She says signs of depression can include persistent sadness, hopelessness and pessimism, and losing interest in activities.
In depression, you're kind of sad or blank or kind of numb about everything.
Today, many colleges do have robust mental health resources with counseling centers, trained RAs, and deans, and there's less stigma about making use of them. But parents also have a role to play. Dr. Demore says if you think something is wrong, ask your child about it.
Asking that does not make kids more likely to hurt themselves, but if they are thinking about it, they're glad you asked.
Talking about the problem and treatment can make things better on campuses. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
This is the third year in a row that this survey has seen declines of depression and anxiety symptoms. Feelings of loneliness are also down, though more than half of all students still report high levels. We'll be right back. In Consumer Watch, there's some major pushback against President Trump from America's farmers. Policies like the trade war with China are upending the finances of many American farms. China is the world's biggest soybean importer, but the country stopped purchasing the crop from American farmers, making it unprofitable. To help ease the pain, the Trump administration said it would bring back essential workers at the USDA, unfreezing $3 billion that was already allocated in the previous budget, but is a fraction of the $13 billion in new aid farmers expected. Some farmers say President Trump's policies are making it less likely that foreign buyers will come back and their livelihoods are at stake. Target says it's eliminating about 1,800 corporate positions, including about 800 open roles, with a new CEO set to take the reins in February. The moves are part of the retailer's efforts to streamline decision-making and strengthen its customers' base. The cuts represent less than 10% of Target's corporate workforce. And 3M is recalling more than 10,000 thermal laminators due to a potential overheating issue that poses a burn hazard. The recall focuses on the Scotch brand TL90950 thermal laminator. The company is offering a refund. That's it for Consumer Watch, and now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we are watching showers and thunderstorms continuing to push in across the area. Nothing strong, nothing severe expected, but heavy rain and lightning are a concern. We'll have a full look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Right now at 6:30, Baxter Springs voters choose between two visions for the city's future.
And we've got showers, thunderstorms pushing in across the area. Heavy rain, the main concern today. We'll take a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, this is Isla, a 2-year-old full of joy with a smile that hides the spirit of a warrior. She's the special guest at this year's 4-State Heart Walk.
The 4 States Most Watched News starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:32 now. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is Friday, October the 24th. We've made it through yet another week, and we're only a week away from Halloween.
It's so wild to think that it's so close already.
I know. And I think part of it, too, had to do with the fact that we were so warm for the first half of this month that it's just caused October to speed by. And like all of a sudden, we're at the end of the month. It's November a week from tomorrow. That's kind of crazy, too.
So have you and your kids gotten your costumes ready then yet, since it's so quick?
The kids have their costumes ready to go. Mom always starts planning early, so, I mean, she's very good at taking care of things. That's why she's the boss. I'm not. But she's got everything under control, which is good because I wouldn't. We'd be scrambling at the last minute and paying like $500. Right, kidding. I don't have $500 for costume. It'd be cardboard boxes and spray paint if it was me in charge. So, but they are prepped, and hopefully you're prepped. I know you said your cats are prepped.
Yes, with their little cowboy hats. So.
Excellent. And hopefully you're prepped at home because we're getting down to the last week here before Halloween, and we also have those showers and thunderstorms across the area. But first, we're going to start with our live look from downtown Pittsburgh, where roadways are wet. There's some light showers showing up on radar, but not seeing too much yet in the way of rain. It's a little hard to tell sometimes, but it is getting ready to move back into Pittsburgh. Our camera 7th and range line in Joplin. The roadways again wet for now. It is still dry in Joplin, but it will not be for very long. MoDOT camera 20th and range line looking good as well. So here's Skywatch Storm Tracker. We got 98 lightning strikes. We're starting to see some more lightning activity building in with the heavier rain here in the southeast Kansas. So this is around Chanute, northeast of Fredonia. You can see those little lightning strikes in there. Some heavy rain out there though. Iola, again, Chanute, Erie, Fredonia, Parsons, Fort Scott. It's getting into Girard, Pittsburgh. It's just starting to get back in there. Got some lightning, some thunderstorm activity south of Howard. And so also south of Sedan. We've got thunderstorms with heavier rain, though, just outside of Greenwood County here, stretching back toward Wichita. We head down south. Right now, this has all been staying into Osage County, but we've got more thunderstorms, heavy rain. They'll eventually be pushing into our area. Some showers, thunderstorms around the Wada, Bartlesville, South Coffeyville as well. And then over here, we've just got this little dry spot. Will not last much longer, but it is a bit of a dry spot. Showers, thunderstorms continuing to build and redevelop and back build across the area. area because you can see the new development as it takes place here along 35. We have new development taking place back out to our west into north central Oklahoma. And all of this continuing to push off to the east, which will bring us more showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. Again, not expecting anything strong or severe, but heavy rain is the main concern here. And of course, lightning is a concern. Even though the storms aren't going to be strong or severe, that lightning's still dangerous, still deadly. So remember, when thunder roars, head indoors. Flood watches for Nowata, Washington counties in northeast Oklahoma through tomorrow morning. Our temperatures this morning much warmer than yesterday, not moving much either. We've got low, mid, and upper 50s out there. And I honestly think we're going to end up reaching our highs sometime between about 11 and 1, maybe even a little earlier than that before temperatures drop back a wee bit. And you get a good sample of that here on the school day forecast. Shower storms, kids heading out the door, 55, 56 lunch and recess, 55 when they head home. Also breezy today. Southeast winds gusting upwards of 25. And again, highs early, upper 50s, maybe some low 60s down south. Otherwise, just hanging out in the mid 50s today. Well, there, look at your thunderstorms, how long they're going to last, and what next week is looking like here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. Baxter Springs mayoral candidates offer competing visions. As Election Day draws near in Baxter Springs, public safety and downtown restoration are emerging as central issues. Incumbent Mayor Kelly Abbott says one focus is restoring in-town dispatch services. Challenger Casey Shaw emphasizes renewing the heart of downtown and supporting local business growth. 2-year-old Isla grins with joy today, but her smile masks an extraordinary medical battle that began when she was just 4 months old. She's going to be a special guest at this year's 4-State Heart Walk this weekend. KOAM's Chris Warner introduces us to Isla.
Quick with a smile and eyes full of joy, no one would imagine the difficult journey little 2-year-old Isla has traveled.
We were told that she likely would not live to see one. We were told that we likely would not ever be able to leave the hospital with our daughter.
At 4 months, Isla was diagnosed with a rare heart condition. Alcapa is a congenital heart defect that disrupts the flow of blood to the heart, putting infants at risk of heart failure or sudden death.
She was a seemingly normal, healthy baby, and it was by just gut instinct that I just knew that there was something not right.
Lisa's motherly instincts were right. Isla didn't like being on her stomach and slept a lot. Lisa said doctors initially dismissed the symptoms as normal for a newborn. They were not, and an RSV diagnosis revealed much more.
If I had not been the parent that questioned everything and went back and asked until it made sense to me, Isla wouldn't be here today.
Following the surgery to move her coronary artery, doctors recommended a heart transplant. Due to potential complications, her parents decided to forego the additional surgery.
And just put all of the faith in God, really, to heal her. Let Isla do her thing since she had the corrective surgery, and then see where it led us, and it led us here.
It worked, and Isla celebrated her 2nd birthday earlier this month with some of her favorite animals. She's not just living, she's thriving.
Where everybody told us that there was no path for Isla, she made her own path, and she didn't let anything or anybody hold her back, and she defied every obstacle, everything that she was supposed to, that they told us was going to happen, did not happen, and we are very proud of her, and she's very strong, very strong girl.
Isla will be a special guest at this year's 4 States Heart Walk for the American Heart Association, sharing her smile and continuing to beat all odds while inspiring others.
In a lot of cases with Alcapa, 90% of the babies don't see their first birthday. So it's very important to us to get the word out and save other babies like Isla, who is not just another statistic. She's a happy, healthy baby now. So.
A gift of life, thanks in part to the resilience of a precious and determined little girl.
That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Coming up, American farmers push back against President Trump's trade policies, the financial crisis hitting farm country. Plus, Target eliminates 1,800 corporate positions as a new CEO prepares to take over. The streamlining effort underway. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. Welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Good morning, Shannon. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, of course. Let's take a look at the big 3 stories live and local, what's happening where you live. A tractor trailer T-boned a car near Missouri 59 and US 60 in Newton County just after 8 on Monday. The 1996 Mercury Grand Marquis swerved to avoid a turning vehicle, overcorrected and crossed the center line, striking a 2024 Peterbilt. The Mercury overturned and the 19-year-old driver from Oronogo was extricated, rushed to a Joplin hospital with serious injuries. Now, the driver of the semi-tractor trailer was from Nixa. He was uninjured. The roadway reopened about 10:30 that morning, and it's under investigation by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Number 2 story, live and local, a fatal cross-median crash on I-49 near Belton. It slowed Kansas City traffic earlier this week. 2 semis and a U-Haul were involved. This is some eyewitness video, of course, of people driving by. It is pretty intense there, as you can see. Sadly, the driver of the U-Haul died in the crash. It was driven by a 42-year-old Kansas City man. He crossed into oncoming traffic, striking a Freightliner and a Peterbilt. And then the Freightliner was a driver from Ames, Iowa, suffered minor injuries. The Peterbilt was a man from Webb City, a 66-year-old man. He was uninjured. The crash caused all vehicles to catch fire. The Highway Patrol is investigating. Travel resumed about 6 hours later. And our number 1 story, a fatal DWI crash occurred in Carthage, Missouri at Oak and McGregor Street just before 3 on Tuesday. Carthage Fire, Police, and Mercy Ambulance responded with med flight, transporting 1 passenger from the scene just yards away in the Memorial Hall parking lot. 3 vehicles were involved, with 2 remaining at the intersection. Missouri State Highway Patrol's MCIU is assisting investigation. 1 driver is now charged DWI, involuntary manslaughter, along with 9 other charges. All surrounding roads were closed for about 7 hours for that investigation. And then our bonus story, it happened last night about 8:30. We were there on the scene before anyone else. And we just had tipsters telling us that they heard a huge boom in North Joplin near Ozark Christian College in Dover Hill. There's a train derailment on the Turkey Creek Bridge over the Trestle Bridge over Turkey Creek. I was there just a few minutes ago. We did a live video for social media. So traffic's going to be slowed down this morning. If you're coming into Joplin, you've got 1 lane of traffic on North Main. Going out of town, you'll have 2 lanes of traffic going on North Main, but you'll want to use caution. There's a lot of heavy equipment there, and you can kind of see it a little bit in the trees. They've moved the car. It's 1 car that came off the tracks. And you can see they've kind of pulled it a little bit more towards the gas company property, but it's a pretty massive story. I mean, it was shocking for me to see something like that. It was a northbound Kansas City Southern CPKC train. So,
and that's not something you necessarily
no, not every day, not every day. And I could barely see it when I shined a light through the trees, and that's why I kind of found it. I was just kind of looking, maybe it was something on the tracks, but it's amazing. But no one was injured. It's in the middle of the train and kind of a little remote area out there, so they'll get it all cleaned up.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Shannon. We'll be right back.
All right, time for some Friday birthdays in the 4 states, starting in Moran with Callan Carr celebrating birthday number 5. Happy birthday.
And Xavier Shaw celebrating birthday number 6. Happy birthday, Xavier.
And JJ Shibby in Parsons celebrating number 7. Happy birthday, JJ.
And Aaliyah Hayden is celebrating birthday number 7 in Diamond, Missouri. Says love, mom, dad, brothers, and sisters. Happy birthday, Aaliyah.
And in Columbus, Everly Roberts celebrating birthday number 12 today. Happy birthday.
And Roman Miller celebrating birthday number 18 in Seneca. Happy birthday, Roman. It says happy birthday from mom, dad, Ryder, Renly, Ray, Nanny, and all your family.
And we have Shelly Keeling in Oronogo celebrating birthday number 57 with love from your loving husband.
And Shelly Myers is celebrating birthday number 60 in Weir, Kansas. Happy birthday, Shelly.
Heading over to Columbus for Lyman Crane celebrating birthday number 83 today. Happy birthday.
And one of our own is celebrating today. Lydia and Hunter are celebrating their 11th anniversary in Roseland, Kansas. Happy anniversary to them. Lydia is a really talented master control operator who helps make sure these shows get on the air, so we're really happy to celebrate.
Lydia's actually here right now in the
Yes,
back.
she is.
So a very happy anniversary to you. And we also have Dawn Prophet heading back to Columbus now for a birthday. Happy birthday, Dawn.
And Ryan Lakin in Columbus is also celebrating today. Happy birthday, Ryan.
And our list continues with Blake Pryor celebrating birthday number 14 in Chanute.
And Rylan Houston is celebrating birthday number 16 in Webb City. Happy birthday, Rylan.
And we've got Hayden and Hadley Goodwin celebrating number 16 with love from Aunt Missy and Uncle Mike.
And Tony and Gary Toomey is celebrating, says love, Mom and Dad.
All right, another great list of birthdays and anniversaries. And of course, if you would like to celebrate with us, Samantha has some very simple but important information for you.
Yeah, go ahead and pay attention to that email that you can see on your screen. That's birthdays@koamnewsnow.com. Be sure to pay attention to that deadline as well and send your birthdays and anniversaries to us and let us know what day we should be celebrating with you guys so we can make sure we get it on there and can celebrate your special day.
Very important information there. Let's talk some showers and storms that we're seeing across the area. So into southwest Missouri, some moderate rainfall from Butler to Nevada, back down toward Lamar. We've got it back also from Mound City, Fort Scott, Girard, just starting to push back into Pittsburgh as well. Heading west, Yates Center, some lighter showers. You're in between some heavier showers and thunderstorms back off to your west. Burlington, Iola, Fredonia, Chanute, Erie, Independence, Parsons, Sedan, Coffeyville, some very heavy rain there. We've had some lightning strikes with this as well, so some thunderstorm activity for sure. Down south, Newata, Bartlesville, we've got more showers and thunderstorms, more out toward Pawhuska, Skiatook, stretching back up toward Wichita, showers and storms. More development, of course, outside of our area, just outside of Greenwood County. And we're going to back way out because I haven't shown you the whole picture. See all this out here in Oklahoma? Yeah, all of that shower and thunderstorm activity is recycling and rolling into our area. And of course, you can see where redevelopment keeps taking place off to our west as well. That's what's going to feed our shower and thunderstorm chances through the day today. And again, we're not expecting any severe weather by any means, but we do have thunderstorms. The lightning is still dangerous, still deadly, whether the storms are severe or not. The biggest concern we have outside, of course, lightning is going to be for very heavy rainfall. We have some localized flooding concerns. So if you know your route over the next couple of days that you take to wherever you're going is prone to flash flooding, now is the time to have that backup route just in case, because you want to remember, turn around, don't drown. And the other key phrase, of course, with our lightning is when thunder roars, head indoors. So if you're doing anything outdoors today or tomorrow, make sure you remember that as well. Shower storms continuing again throughout the day, and just like this morning, there could be gaps here and there where the rain stops for a bit, but our rain chances don't start to wind down until Sunday evening. Okay, so these are going to be showers and storms consistent for a while. I have some concerns tonight, Friday night football. Not worried again about severe weather, but with the heavy rain, maybe some thunderstorms this evening. Could have some lightning delays for some of the games. The other concern we have is I know that some fields in our area, if they get too wet, you can't play on them. So make sure you're focused or you're paying attention to your school's athletic department just in case any games get postponed or moved. Just because, again, I think the primary concern is going to be for some of those fields that may get a little washed out, may not be playable tonight. So do keep that in mind. Shower storms continuing overnight across the area into Saturday morning. Homecoming parade, Heart Walk, of course, a number of other fall activities going on. Again, no severe weather expected. Heavy rain, though, is possible. And, of course, lightning. So, again, when thunder roars, head indoors. And showers and storms will stick with us throughout the entire day on Saturday. By late evening Saturday, it starts to become a bit more scattered overnight. You can see we've got a complex east of 69. New showers develop early morning in southeast Kansas. And as this low pressure rotates on through, we start to see the rain chances slowly but surely start to wind down across the area. And a reminder, flood watches Newata, Washington County through tomorrow morning. We'll have another look at your forecast and the wake up recap in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., veterinarians are warning pet owners about Halloween's hidden danger for dogs. The chocolate treat lurking in candy bowls. That story and more at 7 a.m. Thunderstorms throughout the day today. Southeast winds gusting to 25. No severe weather expected, but heavy rain a concern. Showers and storms will continue as we head through the evening hours as well. Southeast winds still gusting upwards of 20. By the way, we're probably going to hit our highs today between about 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. We're going to be upper 50s, low 60s, and then we'll be back low mid 50s tonight. We'll go upper 50s, low 60s again tomorrow. Still breezy. Southeast winds gusting to 25. Showers and thunderstorms, and again, no severe weather, but heavy rain a concern. We'll go mid-60s Sunday. The rain chances will finally start to ease up by Sunday evening across the area. Could get a stray shower or two possibly Monday. Keeping an eye on that. More showers Wednesday. The good news is, so far, Halloween looks fantastic at this point. Seasonable weather, dry conditions, upper 60s by day, mid 40s by the evening. So you still might want that jacket, but otherwise looking pretty good so far for Halloween. Hopefully we don't jinx it.
Perfect, but you're definitely going to want to have an umbrella the next couple days.
The next couple of days, absolutely. And of course, remember, when thunder roars, head indoors.
Well, thanks so much, Chris. Coming up today at noon, we're making melt-in-your-mouth pork chops in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOM with CBS Mornings, the latest on the gambling investigation that rocked the NBA and the rest of the sports world. Plus, talk with an author who wrote about another NBA betting scandal nearly 2 decades ago.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, the Sunday Morning Steps group discovers trash that's been in Joplin since 2008. The walking group's surprising mission.
It's a little sad to think that there's historic trash out there. Got to get that cleaned up, and we'll tell you about what they're doing. Plus, Miley Cyrus records an original song for the new Avatar film, the personal connection to fire and rebuilding. However, that is going to wrap it up for us for now. Again, no severe weather today, but watch out for the potential for some isolated flooding. And of course, the lightning, still dangerous. Got to be cautious with that. We'll be back here Monday morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.